we never actually covered JMS podcast.
Like, we're jumping all over the place.
What happened to that?
By the way, apologies to your son guy. I'm a bit of a mouth breather. You can probably hear my ass going.
Yeah. Because I met you through that. I met you through the JMS. You used to do interviews with like artists from your town.
Yeah.
And it kind of inspired me to do this way, bro.
The JMS podcast, my podcast, inspired the Voice Party. You heard it here at the Voice Party.
I think you were one of a few inspirations.
I was going to say, do you know he tells that to everybody who's at a podcast?
What's that? You do? Motherfucker. Does he really?
No. Every single one.
I'm going to walk out. I'm walking out.
No, sit down.
Even to people that are like, I've been thinking about starting a podcast, he's like, you inspired me to start my podcast.
No.
You're that guy, JD? No. Motherfucker, bro.
Everybody shut up right
guy.
now. No, for real.
Now you're getting late, Marcus.
I love you, JD.
I love you too.
I love you.
I remember you interviewed.
And the fact that you do that, I love you even more now. I like that.
Don't listen to this guy. Wasn't even fucking born back there, bro. It's not pandering. It's for real. I listen.
You know what? A little pandering.
Name episode 102.
I don't know. Look, I remember you interviewed comics.
Yes.
And then I knew a musician in San Jose. He's one of my homies' best friends. Israel
Sanchez.
Yeah.
That's your homie too, right? Israel Sanchez?
No. That's my.
Because he's a musician too.
One of my homies from San Jose.
I don't know every musician.
He I guess he knows him real well, and I remember.
What's his name? I might know him too.
I don't know if I want to say his name.
His name is
his name's Paul.
I might know
Filipino guy, Paul.
You
might know him. But anyways, I saw like you would interview comics, of course. That's that's what you are. Mm-hmm. And then you would have artists, and then you'd have a musician, and then just someone who does stuff in the community.
Yeah.
Do you see the correlation?
Oh my God! You stole this show.
Yeah. You should put Jorge M. Sanchez presents the Voice Party.
The Voice Party.
Let's switch seats, bro.
Jade, on the real note, I appreciate your compliments, and I'm just happy somebody tuned in. I don't know.
Oh, I wasn't tuning in.
Oh, you just the idea of it.
I read it on Google.
I think somebody was.
I was just reading the descriptions and liking,
Yeah.
No, but for real though, it was.
No, I appreciate
because we talked about this before you came on when you did one of my shows. That I saw how you were like. We actually talked about how. You were like a community organizer, and like how I talked about it with these guys that when they put us on a flyer for like the moving forward stuff, it's so goofy to see my logo on like a serious thing. And you told me that you had the same experience.
Yeah. So basically, I used to get all these, eclectic artistic people in the community, and it was just a good opportunity for me to get to know who's who in my community, and a lot of great people. I had no business interviewing a lot of these, artists, because I had like big time artists. I had Baron Story, who's like very famous for his. He worked with the Sandman, one of the artists, along with the guy that the famous guy, and. Like, I don't know. And then I got recognized by the community.
That's
right?
cool.
So they're bringing me up to get a community award. That's me and other people who are producing stuff in their community. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Got recognition, got some validation for my work. And I show up, and the two other people getting an award along with me, one is like saving.
Hey, hold on. Did the award say to Frank Castillo?
Yeah, that'd be funny. To get my name wrong.
To Andy Garcia.
Who probably are doing better stuff than I am, to be honest with you. Yeah. So anyways, I get invited to this event where they're going to give an award to this community people doing cool stuff, right? And I get there, and the two other people getting the award next to me are women. One is helping feeding the homeless, and the other one is teaching like some women empowerment in Silicon Valley tech.
So you got like the pity one.
And then they came to me. I'm like, oh, this guy, he just talks to people at a podcast out of his,
Our band got one of those for Richmond one time.
And I just felt like a biggest piece of shit. Like imposter syndrome to the 100.
Nice.
Where I'm like, why am I here?
But you know what?
Journalism is valuable.
Right. Well, I'm not a journalist,
I mean, so you say.
He's like, I'm a shit talker.
It's modern.
Exactly.
It's modern day.
And to this day, I cringe of the shit I said on that podcast because I was in my 20s too. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about.
How old were you when you started?
Yeah, probably I was like 25.
Oh, whoa, no way.
Which I guess it's not that bad, but still, it's like I cringe of like, man, like this, because a lot of it was me. You know, I'm a little sad boy. You know, like I'm a little emo. So like I would start the podcast talking about like how I feel. You know, I'm going through a breakup. Oh, then we have this fucking awesome artist.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
You know,
but hold on, I was gonna say this. But it is something kind of cool to be recognized by your city.
Yeah,
because I think something that
people are watching.
that we don't understand is that people are watching, and you never know how your podcast affects somebody, right? Or your art affects somebody in general. And I think like it's cool, especially in this day and age, to be like, oh, our cities didn't really have anything, like we might have had some famous people come out of our cities at one point and stuff, but you see like, oh, you guys are making a little buzz. Yeah. And that, I think that's cool for people to see, especially like especially politicians in the cities and stuff are always trying to pay forward for like, make our communities better, do this and that, be more creative. And then they see people being creative. They're like,
and they
okay.
honor that.
They honor that.
No.
I think that's cool.
On paper, yes. But then you got my ass telling dick jokes, you know, on the podcast.
But that's the art form. That's comedy.
Also,
you know?
But you're also giving like to these artists, and there has to be something.
Don't listen to them, bro. It's goofy. I agree with you.
No. But here's the thing, guys.
Like, don't listen. You sucked back then.
Hey,
here's what it is. Us and JD, we have comics minds, and comics minds, we secretly hate ourselves. You know, like we see like. I appreciate the compliments, and I think you're right. It is. I'm sure my podcast did some good to the community. I'm sure your guys' podcast is doing great stuff for the community here in Concord or in Richmond.
I think we're still at the good level.
Yeah.
We're not that great yet.
Yeah,
I think the intention is there.
But it's like you just don't want to hear the compliments so much about it, you know. Like
sure.
And that's a bad trait. I'm not saying that's healthy.
Yeah,
it's not healthy. That I when it comes to compliments, it makes me uncomfortable. I repel
because we don't want to come off as narcissists.
And I'm not saying that's happening now with you guys.
But you guys are also comedians, though.
Yeah.
You guys
We're
should
still fucking human, though.
Yeah, but you guys should be some of the biggest. You're entertainers. You guys should be some of the biggest narcissists in the world.
Right.
Well, narcissism.
We leave that to lead
healthy,
singers,
but
well, I think to a certain percentage,
you have to be.
You have to be narcissistic.
Yeah, you can't do this without being.
That's where the confidence to perform kind of comes from. Is you feeling a little narcissist. And I'm not saying that's necessarily bad. I mean, it depends how you use it. Right. But yeah, man. But like again, go back to the podcast. Like, don't get me wrong. I appreciated getting exposed to all these people, all these great ideas about art. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not that guy. You know, I'm not NPR guy. You know.
Did you find that it just like the podcast style was not for you? Is that what you ended up discovering?
For that one, I was really influenced by Mark Maron.
But you fall in the role, so as a whatever. Like that was. I feel like it was a good role for you, bro.
Good role. I appreciate it. You guys are being too nice with him.
Like when I saw your picture.
Would you like us to keep calling you Andy Garcia?
Yeah, call me Andy Garcia. Compliment Andy Garcia.
When I saw your page and I saw that serious headshot you had as a picture.
Yeah, the serious headshot.
I like this guy and his name.
Yeah.
He's like a Chicano studies professor.
I get that a lot too. Yeah. People look.
He's gonna talk about like the huelgas and shit. You know, like you're a serious guy. Then I hear your comedy. Oh, this guy's
dirty as fuck.
He's dirty as fuck.
Can you believe the Voice Party has had merch this whole time and we neglected to tell anybody? T-shirts, hoodies, bath mats, wall clocks, throw pillows, even mini skirts. We will throw our logo on absolutely anything. Click the link in the description below and pick you up some Voice Party merch today.